Hey, shalom, shalom. Hope everybody's doing well. I just want to talk really quickly about the dark day, the very dark, two dark things that happened today that we Americans should be very afraid of and scared of. There's two very dark things that happened. The first thing that happened is the weaponization of the justice system. The DA that prosecuted Trump and was able to have Trump convicted on these 34 supposedly felony counts, right? They ran on the platform of get Trump. That was the whole platform. We're going to prosecute Trump. That was the whole platform that this person ran on, where they took a federal law that was past the statute of limitations and then prosecuted as a state law, which, by the way, is a misdemeanor, and they prosecuted as a felony, not only one felony, 34 felonies. Now, anybody who's a blind person can see that this is a politically motivated prosecution. It's politically motivated. And I'm not going to get into Michael Cohen, which is the linchpin of this case. That's a proven liar. He lied on the stand. He's caught in many lies. He basically has no credibility. He is the whole linchpin of this case because the payment was made to him as legal fees. And he's claiming this money that was paid to him was not really not really for him, but it was to be used to pay some other lady, this other lady who was supposedly bringing allegations. Now, whether this really happened, didn't happen, whether the woman was telling the truth, not telling the truth, is not relevant. What's relevant here is that the whole thing rests on Michael Cohen and his claims, he's proven to lie. And the fact that somebody can be convicted based on somebody who has no credibility like Michael Cohen shows that the justice system is completely degraded and is completely fallen. It's similar to what happened to black people back during the times of when there was still slavery and Jim Crow, even Jim Crow, when black people were convicted in courts based on little or no evidence, basically because of who they were. This is a dark day. The other dark thing I want to talk about is where America said basically that Ukraine can use American weapons to attack Russia proper. The first thing that everybody should know, and it's easy to find this out, is that Ukraine does not have many good training systems in place there in Ukraine. People are being sent to the front with only a week of training in some cases. Their standard training is supposed to be a month and a half, but we're finding from captured Ukrainians, according to their testimony, that many of them are only being given a week or less of training, basically just enough to learn how to shoot their rifle, maybe get some target practice, and they're going to the front. The people who are operating these weapons in Ukraine are American and French servicemen. They are NATO servicemen who are operating these weapons. It is not, Ukrainians are not, and even the weapons that are operated by Ukraine, they're using the intelligence that's provided by the United States. In other words, they're not able to do these strikes on their own. They're only able to do this with the help of the United States. If United States, right, what you're basically having in Ukraine is you're having United States servicemen targeting Russia directly. Now, what if Russia was to do the same and use Russian weapons to strike a NATO country? Well, that would be right, Article 4, I believe. Is this what we want to do? Do we want nuclear war? Why are we risking nuclear war with Russia over Ukraine? What is Ukraine to the interest of the United States? And there's one more thing I want to say for people who say Ukraine has the ability to defend itself. Ukraine is a sovereign country. What would we do if Russia put weapons in Mexico and was striking the United States? What if Mexico had weapons provided by remember the whole Cuban Missile Crisis, right? Cuba had missiles provided by Russia and was looking to maybe, as a deterrent, was facing the United States. Based on that, we are ready to go to nuclear war. Why are we ready to go to nuclear war with Russia over this? This is not in our interest. The whole idea, Ukraine has a right to be free and all this kind of stuff. No, you don't have a right to be free. You have a right to fight for what you believe in, but you don't have a right to win. Ukraine does not have the right to win. Ukraine, if they can stand on their own, if they can fight on their own, if they can defeat the Russians on their own, okay, good. But if they can't do it. They can't do it. And we don't need to be going and possibly having our country in a nuclear war over this. Okay? That's all I got to say.